live.
We are live.
Live. We are. He's alive.
But not live. Live but recorded. We're recording live, but you won't see it live.
Yeah, we are alive, but we're not live. I know
We're
that
so
makes
cool.
us think like we're so cool.
No,
We're on the low spectrum of things, but like we're so cool.
We feel good though, a little bit, you know.
It does make me feel good. Like every subscriber, we've been getting more.
Oh my
hype.
God! Yes, 71. Ah!
Like the day before we were 70, like we got 70 subscribers.
70 mofo. Sorry, I mean.
No, then we got 71. Yeah, we got 71. Cool.
Good, dude.
It's a high for me. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Zilla Boys podcast. I'm Jacob. That's Ernesto.
What up, everybody?
All right, we got a lot of stuff coming today, but first we want to thank all of our listeners, all of our subscribers. Thank you very much. We've gotten about 71 subscribers at this point. We've gotten a lot of listeners at this point, people who actually like listening to our content. So we want to say a personal thank you to everyone who's been listening, who's been subscribing. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you listening. Even if you don't like it, we appreciate you listening.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks, man. As of this point, we have 724 views on the Godzilla vs. King Kong freaking watch party or commentary or whatever it's called. I don't know.
It's so nice.
But we just want to say thanks for everybody for tuning in, man. It's really cool to see people vibing with us and, laughing at us, man. Like, a couple of my coworkers follow us, and they're like, dude, y'all are stupid, man. Like, man,
yes,
you guys
but we're
are
stupid for your entertainment.
stupid for your entertainment, man. I'm glad you like it, but in a good way. Like dude, y'all crazy, man. But
some strange
cool,
people,
man. Yeah, we had a good time doing it, and hopefully everyone enjoyed watching it, man. And thank you for checking it out, man.
It's an excuse for us to be really dumb on this podcast, but we really appreciate that everyone is somewhat entertained for it.
Right on, man.
So yeah, and quick announcement, speaking of watch party videos, we will be doing another watch party video for the Mortal Kombat movie that's coming out next Friday.
Mortal Kombat!
We will, we will be releasing that one on the 27th of April. So check us out on the 27th of April, Mortal Kombat Watch Party reaction video. So,
dude, quick question.
Check us out then, yes.
Are you stoked to watch this movie, dude?
I am stoked to get some fatalities
I
in
am
there.
so stoked to see some kung fu and some magic thrown and fire and guns or whatever, you know what I'm saying, lasers. People's heads getting cut off. I'm ready for all of that, man. Let me, yes, sir, right here. I'll take seconds, thirds, and fourths, man. Give it right here, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to spoil anyone in the audience. I'm not going to spoil you.
Yeah,
but
don't spoil me.
But I've seen a little bit of I've seen leaked footage of one of the fatalities in this movie. I'm not going to say who did it. I'm not going to say what's involved. All I'm going to say, my goodness, it's brutal and it's accurate to the video games.
Lovely, it's good brutality.
It's
right?
just the best kind of brutality.
Just
Massively gross, and it's awesome.
Sweet.
So
cannot wait.
If that's what the movie's going to be like, I'm all for it.
All for it. Did you watch the little Ghostbusters freaking?
I did, with like the little marshmallow
What'd
dudes
you think?
attacking Ant-Man. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I thought it was pretty good.
Man, they rechanged the schedule now.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out in this year.
Yeah.
In November.
I saw that.
I liked it.
I'm all for it.
I liked it a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cool.
I think they captured the tone pretty well. It's a Ghostbusters. It's supposed to be
and just
comedic.
to hear the music, the Ghostbusters music, I was
it
like...
kind of feels nostalgic.
And it is, but then, I don't know, it is nostalgic, absolutely, but, man, and then Paul Rudd feels like he just fits in that universe. I don't know what it is, but, like some people are like, I can see him in, I don't know, Paul Rudd, fits into that movie, man.
I think Paul Rudd is just universally liked by everyone. I don't think there's a soul out there that doesn't like Paul Rudd.
He's just one of those guys that he could be in anything and not mess up, you know what I mean? He always does his part in the movie, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, he molds into his movies really well.
I loved him in Parks and Recreation, where he played the mayor's son, and he's trying to become mayor over Leslie Knope or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome.
He's one of returning actors from Friends and Parks and Recreation.
Was he in Friends?
He was in Friends.
Shut up.
He married Phoebe.
Paul Rudd married Phoebe?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that.
You know the behind the scenes of that show?
No, I wasn't into Friends, man.
Well, I grew up with Friends.
Okay.
He was on the show a little bit, and he was supposed to have a part-time role. He was supposed to date Phoebe for a while,
right.
But everyone loved Paul Rudd so much they tried to keep him on the show, and all the actors were like, we need this guy on the show. So they wrote him a new part, and then Phoebe and him got married.
What?
That was so
I know
cool.
Jon Favreau was on the show. He married what's her name, right?
Jon Favreau.
He was like a you.
Oh no, yeah, he dated Monica for a while.
Courtney Cox, right?
Yeah, Courtney Cox. Yeah, he dated her for a while, and then they ended up splitting up. But he did date her for a while, and he was cool.
That's crazy, man. I was watching The Replacements the other day, man.
Mm-hmm.
You ever watch The Replacements, the football movie, Keanu Reeves?
I've never seen him in a football movie.
You've never seen The Replacements with Keanu Reeves plays the quarterback? Oh my God, it's one of the best football movies ever, man.
I don't know if I can see him as a
and
quarterback.
John Favreau plays on the defense side. He's a linebacker.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He's like this crazy walk-off from Michigan State.
Really? When was this made?
In like 2000 or 99.
What?
Yeah, dude. Oh, man, you haven't seen this movie?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, John Favreau plays this crazy like SWAT guy. Because The Replacements, the movie's like all the pro people go on strike.
Yeah.
So they have like scrub players replace them.
Okay.
And so they get players that actually have played some football, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
John Favreau's like this crazy freaking. They get a sumo wrestler to be an offensive lineman.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting. It kind of sounds like the Bad Batch of
and what's his
football
name?
movies.
What's his name? The dude that played Professor Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man. You know what I'm talking about?
He was a guy. I don't remember his
Ryan,
name. I know who you're talking about.
But he was the kicker. He played the kicker.
He's the kicker?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he kicked like a 60-yarder. It was pretty,
Man, I couldn't even see him in a sports movie.
Dude, you gotta watch it, man. And Gene Hackman's the coach.
I gotta try that. I've only seen I think the generic football movie. I've seen Invincible. I've seen Remember the Titans.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I've seen what was the movie with Jamie Foxx?
Oh, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
That's probably my favorite football movie. That, Any Given Sunday, then The Program, and then the Replacements.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'll say Any Given Sunday is a really, really close second, but I think my favorite is Remember the Titans, just because I grew up with that movie, and that's just one of my favorites.
Oh, for sure. I feel you. Like I grew up with, like I said, The Program. That's
a great one.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Do you remember the line that Denzel Washington gave in Remember the Titans? Like, if you miss a block, you run a mile. If you drop a pass, you run a mile. If you fumble my ball, then I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts.
Man, I forgot.
And then you'll run a mile.
I forgot about The Water Boy. That's one of my favorite football movies.
Oh, is that the one with
Adam Sandler? Oh, you've seen The Water Boy, right?
I've seen the ending of Waterboy. I have never seen the beginning.
I forgot about The Water Boy. I think it's Any Given Sunday, then The Water Boy, then The Program. Because I mean, it's a funny movie, but it still has really good like football, like DNA in it, man, for real.
Yeah, you go back in time. Adam Sandler has like a lot of really good movies.
Oh, dude, that was probably his crowning, like when he really blew up was Waterboy, dude.
Really, not that guy, not his other movies.
Happy Gilmore was like he was on the that's really really good on the verge, and then I think Waterboy, because the Waterboy, the theaters were packed, dude. You had to wait in line to watch that movie, man.
No.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Well, you wouldn't remember. You weren't born yet, but
I was not born. I was 8 feet high.
Remember.
As a film, you think as a film guy I would have seen all these movies?
He does pretty good, man. Because like Keanu's always the serious, action guy. This one he's just like, hey, how's it going, man? Let's have a beer. Like, he's the chill dude, and
I mean that's who he is in real life.
Yeah. So yeah, it was cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if there's any actor in Hollywood that I would want to have a beer with or hang out with, it would be Keanu Reeves.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
I don't know. There's no actor that I would legitimately want to hang out with. Like, I like seeing actors on screen. I don't give a crap about them as a personality figure. Like, I don't care what people say. I don't think Hollywood should be the idolization of what we use our morality for. But I do think Keanu Reeves seems like a pretty cool guy. I would have a beer with him.
I'd like to. Who? Okay. Here we go. Play a little game.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you walk into a bar and you're a famous actor. And you want to hang out with five other or whatever.
Choose 5
or 4
okay,
other
5.
famous guys that you want to chill with. Who would it be?
Okay.
Have a drink and talk life with.
Keanu Reeves, number 1.
Keanu Reeves.
Hugh Jackman, because he seems pretty sweet. I would kind of want to hang out with. Oh man, I'm forgetting his name. Why am I forgetting his name? Denzel Washington. I want to choose a chick. What's a chick? What's a good chick?
It can be a chick too. I'm sorry, I mean guys, girls too.
Oh man, I don't know. Chick. Oh, who's the chick in True Grit?
Oh, Haley. What's her name?
Haley Steinfeld.
So
I don't know why, but she seems to be interesting.
That'd be your 4.
That'd be my 4.
Okay. I think mine would be like not Keanu Reeves, man. It'd probably be like Kurt Russell.
Okay.
Would be one of them.
Oh, I should have chosen him. That's a good idea.
Probably Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, I could choose directors?
Yeah, I said anyone.
Anyone okay, in that case, I choose the director of Shazam because he looks like the chillest guy ever.
Okay. Well, it's my turn now.
Okay, I'm sorry. You go.
So what you call it? Kurt Russell, Quentin Tarantino, probably John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. Perfect.
And that's 3.
That's 3. You got one more.
And throw a girl. Do we have to throw a female, or can it just be?
I don't think you have to. I just wanted to find one. There's my diversity card for the day.
I'm trying to think, man. A real good one, man.
Samuel Jackson.
RZA.
Who's RZA?
He was a part of the Wu-Tang Clan. He's one of the music producers.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a producer / director. Just
Yeah.
you know, because each one of those guys are like a different aspect, dude. And just sit down and just rap and just have like some whiskey or bourbon on the rocks and just.
Oh nope! I changed my answer. Not Haley Steinfeld. I'm going to do Matthew McConaughey.
Ooh, or Idris Elba.
Idris Elba would be pretty cool too.
One too, yeah. There's just so many people. Jason Momoa for sure. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people.
I know. I just said like we shouldn't hold actors to like a higher morale, but now I'm like naming all the actors I want to hang out with.
Well, just not people like. I want to have people I think that would be cool, man.
Yeah, would be down to earth. Some of the actors can be down to earth.
Maybe not. Maybe we pick some people that are real douchebags. We don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what we
Who
think.
are the worst people I want to hang out with?
Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with Christian Bale.
No.
I wouldn't want to hang out with Christian Bale.
He'd be like, oh, good for you.
I wouldn't want to hang out with Tom Hardy. I don't think he would be cool to hang out with.
I see like so many pictures of like my friends who are girls who like love Tom Hardy. He's like, he's into puppies. Like, he looks like a butthole in real life.
I don't know. I'm kind of receptive to anybody, man. I haven't really.
Oh, Mark Hamill. He'd be cool.
Mark Hamill.
He seems pretty cool. He likes his fan base.
Yeah, that'd be cool to meet Mark Hamill.
He doesn't get annoyed. Like,
not meet him, but hang out with him, man.
Yeah. He seems like one of those guys, like, every time he goes to, like, one of those Comic-Con events, he shows up and he's just, like, reveling in the glory.
I guess he, like, us getting drunk on Mark Hamill. Like, Mark Hamill, can we ask you a question? It better not be a fucking Star Wars question. Because I thought you said we were getting real, man.
Oh, in that case, I'll shut up.
All right, man. My bad, dude.
No, I'll just tell him to do the Joker voice just once.
Yeah. And I'm not doing the Joker voice.
If it is anything movie related, get out of my face. I think we'd have to leave. That's all we would know him, because we don't know these guys personally.
No, man. We don't.
I mean, like, there's the one time I ran into like Josh Brolin at South by Southwest. I've told you this story.
Yeah.
The one time I ran into Josh Brolin, it was barely even an encounter. We were at South by Southwest, and I was like walking behind this paparazzi event. I was not supposed to be back there at all.
How did you get back there?
I kind of jumped up on this podium.
Oh, so you did something illegal.
Yes, but don't tell anyone, even though we're putting this on a podcast.
Everyone knows
now.
watching, listening.
So I jumped up onto this podium to see who's like getting their picture taken. It was Danny Bry was getting his picture taken. And I saw that, I was like, okay, there's no one I really care. I didn't really like him at the time. So I started to walk down. I hit somebody, and I turned around, and freaking Josh Brolin in, like, the Deadpool 2 makeup for Cable. Mm-hmm. And he was ripped. He had the haircut and everything. But the thing is, he's the most unintimidating person in the world because he's shorter than me.
That's crazy, man.
I'm 5'8", and he's shorter than me. He's up to my nose. He's like, tiny.
He says in his Thanos voice, "Excuse me."
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, we made eye contact, and then I left. And like, I didn't say a word. It's like, he doesn't want to hear anything from me. He doesn't know me. But the thing is, my friend had told me, like, he's not going to be here. They're like, this event is too important for him. He's not going to be here. And my friends saw me run into him, and then I turned around. All of them had the expression of,
holy cow. Yeah.
It's like, oh, gosh. It was like, I told you.
That's cool, man.
So that was pretty cool. Moving on, next topic. Deadpool cartoon being produced by
Ryan Reynolds. Well, not produced. I think it's going to be made for Hulu.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Fox well, not a Fox, the 21st Studios property, and he's supposed to be doing the voice of Deadpool. So
thank God.
So I don't know, man. I mean, Solar Opposites is bloody, and it's got really bad language, and I mean, it's like Have you watched Solar Opposites?
I have not.
It's off the wall crazy. If they can do something like that with a Deadpool character, oh man, we're in for a treat, bro. Like, I mean, you're giving Ryan Reynolds, like, I don't know if he's going to be producing or have something to do with the story or whatever. Probably not.
Yeah.
But just to be, because animation is a totally different media.
Yeah.
Like, it's least, it's more cost efficient, it's least expensive.
Yeah.
So they can really go for the, whatever they want to do with this
thing.
thing.
Go for the gore. Go for the
guts.
guts.
I mean, really go crazy with it, dude.
Are you worried that Disney is, because Disney owns it now, are you worried that that's going to play a huge part in that? Because I
don't think so. I mean, it might. We'll have to see, man, because like Disney said, this is the only property. The MCU said this is the only property that's going to be rated R. Everything else is still going to fall in line with the PG-13 stuff, like the Punisher, Daredevil, all that still is going to go back to being PG-13. But he said, I guess that was one of the things, if they wanted to bring Ryan Reynolds on and not reboot it. He's like, if I stay, it's got to be rated R, man. It's got.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure. So
I mean, imagine the backlash if it wasn't rated R.
oh my god. Well, he did Once Upon a Deadpool, but that was
but that was like as a joke.
Yeah, like haha, like in front of your face.
Yeah, can we make you pay for this movie again? Probably.
They did too. People went to go watch
I know.
it. So.
They had like the one very well-timed F word, and that
So
was
what do you
about
think,
it.
man?
I'm for it. It's not something that's going to shock me either way.
Yeah,
but I'm happy.
yeah. I mean, it could be very entertaining though. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It could be like something like you sit there on the weekend and you watch the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? All the way through. You know.
Oh yeah, it's a Saturday morning thing. It'll be fun. Get up Saturday morning. Don't do anything.
Maybe not Saturday morning. Probably like a Saturday kind of thing while you're at home watching. Cleaning the house, doing the lawn. Probably I don't know, man. Probably sit back and drink a beer kind of thing. I don't know. I have to see first.
Yeah, that's what I do on my Saturday mornings. I get up and I drink a beer.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
You get up at the butt crack of dawn and go shoot somewhere until like 13, 14 hours.
Yeah, I hate myself in the morning. Then I get back to the house and then drink a beer.
But yeah, I'll say I'm cool with it. Let's do it, man.
Cool,
Deadpool
man.
cartoon, man. What you say? Yeah.
I am good for it. I'm good for some Deadpool every day, all day, especially Saturday mornings on a beer.
There you go.
All right. New trailer came out recently. Army of the Dead trailer directed by Zack Snyder, starring Dave Bautista as a big old muscular guy with a gun, fighting zombies that look like orcs from Lord of the Rings.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
I liked it a lot, man. Oh my god, dude.
Had a lot of callbacks to his Zack Snyder's first movie, Dawn of the Dead.
Because
Yeah.
the zombies were faster and now they're smarter and they can react to fighting and stuff, man. And
Yeah.
they're smarter and they communicate with each other
Yeah.
and coordinate. That's crazy, dude.
One of them has to get up and just like scream like, "We got the hobbitses!" Like, they look like orcs from Lord of the Rings. That's not even an insult. I like that. I like that they're able to communicate with each other now.
Zack Snyder said there's a shot in this movie that it's like his Lord of the Rings shot where you look over, the walls of Gondor and you see the Mordor army.
Yeah. Oh.
He's like, there's a shot like that,
Yeah.
and I can see it. Like, man, there's a lot of zombies in this thing, dude.
That's in the trailer because they do that rising crane up
Yeah.
shot and you see like the
All
horde.
of downtown Vegas, yeah.
Dear Lord.
And then Scorpion's in it. The dude who plays Scorpion, he's the guy who recruits them to go freaking pull this job. I don't know. It looks good, man. It looks.
Yeah.
It
The
looks-
I don't know most of the cast. I know Dave Bautista and I know a few others, but like, do you know most of the cast that is
I
in
think
this?
some of them are like I know that one guy. He's from Power. That show Power. That's on Showtime.
Okay.
And that's got a huge. It's like season 5 or 6 or something like that. And they got like a couple of spin-off shows.
Gotcha.
But it has a huge following, and he's like the main character in it. So
Sweet.
he's pretty legit actor, man.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Dave Bautista's getting to a point where, like, I like what he's in, man. Like
Yeah.
him, The Rock and Cena are tearing it up for wrestlers.
They really are.
Like, people used to take wrestling actors as a joke. They're starting to become bankable movie stars, man. Like, for
Yeah, man.
sure.
I think Dave Bautista has actually leaned more into the serious roles because if you
Yes.
saw his role in Blade Runner, he was great in it. I mean, he had a very small role.
He looks serious in this role too, though, man.
He does, yeah. I think he's really killing it in the serious roles and like the legitimate acting category. I think like Dave Bautista, in my personal opinion, I think he's probably better than Rock and better than John Cena. They're fun, they're really good, but I think Dave Bautista can like nail the fun, but also nail the serious.
I definitely think he's better than Cena. I don't know. I think him and Rock are. I don't know because I haven't really seen Rock as something like super, super serious and emotion. In a while, man. So.
Nothing really has like demanded that much of him, like acting wise. He's been kind of like the big fun guy, which he's good at it.
Like
that's
I
pretty
always
much.
thought Batista would be a badass Darth Bane,
I can see that.
or also a really badass Bane from Batman. I
Mhm.
can see that. I don't know. I just like I said, he's on
Or Tom Hardy.
Not Tom Hardy. Not Tom Hardy. You don't get a Brit to play a Latino, man. No. I'm just joking or whatever, man.
Do you feel in charge?
That's my favorite part, dude. He has some. I'm not gonna lie. He has some really good lines. He does.
Okay.
I just sometimes it's like I don't know. Sometimes it's bad. I don't know.
on your schedule, Captain.
Do you feel in charge? And who's that? Ben. Who was that? That's Ben Mendelsohn, right?
Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
It's like, was
it-
this your plan, crashing the plane?
Of course.
He's like, I paid you money. He goes, and that gives you power over me.
That gives you power
I
over
love
me?
that part. But yeah, this movie looks like it's gonna be crazy gory, crazy intense. Like the zombies are running after people, and they're relentless, and
Yeah.
probably a lot of, like I said, really good gore.
Yeah. I'm sure after like directing Justice League, he probably had a limit onto how rated R it can be because it was like the lightest rated R in the world.
It really was, man. Like they should just say put PG-13 or something like that.
Yeah, PG-13 ish on it.
Or PG-17.
Yeah, PG-17.
PG-17.
Not PG-14. Let's go up one age.
Okay, PG-14.
PG-14.
But yeah, man. I mean, and also what like a different like a change from the superhero genre to the zombie genre, and because he was doing both movies at the same time. He was
really
because he was directing, producing this while he was still doing the Justice League work, dude.
Jeez, to juggle both those movies.
I'm telling you, dude, it's crazy, man.
It's ridiculous. That's a lot of work, man. It's like, especially like these movies are huge. I mean, Justice League was something else. Justice League it was his own thing but this movie also it looks huge. It's pretty big too. Like I said, that one shot, that crane up shot where we're revealing all those zombies and everything, like it's just as visually stunning as Justice League because it's Zack Snyder at the helm. Yeah. But it's just as huge, which is shocking. And I think Zack Snyder, if anything, has
got that zombie. He's like an orc, and he's like, "Roar!" And then all those zombies start coming in.
For Sauron.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of does, man. It kind of looks like, but that's what makes it cool. That's why I like it. That's why I dig it. I love Lord of the Rings, man. You know what I mean? So
I like it.
So I say, I can't wait to see this movie, man.
I'm excited, dude. All right, next topic. Rumor. Big old rumor. Karl Urban may possibly be replacing the role of Wolverine.
He's in the
running.
He's in the running to play Wolverine in the MCU.
Correct.
What do you think about this?
I had, because we're going to be addressing something else that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, because that's even another story.
Yeah, involving Wolverine. And for the longest time, I thought Hugh Jackman is pretty much the only one that can play Wolverine, and he is my Wolverine. He's my guy. I love him as Wolverine. That being said, if there was going to be someone to replace him, I can definitely see him as the role, because there was a lot of people that were saying like this guy. Like no one can say. The only person that I've considered is Tom Hardy.
Right.
Another person, I have never even considered like Karl Urban, but I can actually honestly see like after him and the boys, I can see that.
Not just the boys. I mean, the dude. Anything he's. I mean, yeah, the look from the boys.
Yeah.
But anything he's in, he rocks, dude.
Dredd.
He was in
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
A lot of people forget that.
He was in my favorite. That's my favorite part of the whole movie, where they're charging the Gondor. I mean, not Gondor, but Mordor, and he's like, ah, and all of a sudden someone just like gives him a spear. And he's like, ah, like give me that spear,
I really wish they played out the whole slow-mo shot where he's running with just sort of like, here's the spear. Thanks.
You remember that part where he's like, and all of a sudden he gets a spear and he's just like, but he never loses intensity. It's like, And he was in what else was he in? He was in
Star Trek.
Oh man, he's dope as McCoy in Star Trek. Mm-hmm. He was Dredd. He was also in the Chronicles of Riddick movies. He had that show Almost Human on Fox that got canceled, but I thought it was really cool. When he's in that role, man, and he just needs the right thing to play. And I'm with it, man. I mean, I know we're talking about the next subject, but I know like freaking people love Hugh Jackman. I love him too, man. But they need to change the character. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is someone that would do the character justice. He would respect the character. And he would be an awesome fit in the MCU because he likes to have fun. He likes to have fun too, man. He was also in the MCU as Scourge in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh
the Executioner.
He was.
That's
true.
These are my. He's like, I got these two from Midgard, from a place called Texas. Remember? He's like, one's the M16's like one's Dez and one's Troy.
That was my favorite. And like that made me feel patriotic right there. It made me feel
like, man, Texas is in this motherfucker.
Heck yeah,
made me proud to be a Texan. He's like, they destroy.
His favorite line, behold, my stuff.
He's got the shake weight. He's like, he's like doing the shake weight. Oh, sorry. Talking with he writes funny stuff, man.
He made like the smallest character hilarious.
I know, right? Like, Karl Urban. Yeah, I'm with it, man.
He nailed it.
If he gets it, I don't know who else is in the running. I know someone else who we're talking about next is in the running. Mm-hmm. But if he gets it, I will be happy. It'll be a part I know will be played well.
Mm-hmm. It will be played well, and I guess that's going on to our next point that Hugh Jackman is possibly considering returning, but he needs to see the script first.
He needs to see this. What do you think about this?
I am for that more than anything. And the reason why, look, I know I said for a while back that Hugh Jackman should probably end it, and I think Logan should have been the ending for Wolverine because it was a great ending. It was a perfect ending. And I think that was the ending for that Wolverine. But if we're going to mess around with the multiverse, like they recast Flash or like the speeder guy, Quicksilver, with the not the MCU version, but the X-Men version of Quicksilver, even though that ended up just being a really stupid boner joke. At the end. But if they have to mess around with that because they are going to introduce the X-Men, so why not bring Hugh Jackman back? And again, I know they should have ended his story, and I think they did. But still, I honestly do not see anyone else right now playing the Wolverine if Hugh Jackman is still alive and available. There's a graph online that shows the amount of Batmans that have been. This shows the amount of Spider-Mans, the amount of Supermans. But there's only been one live-action Wolverine.
Right.
And Hugh Jackman has just betrayed that magnificently. So I'm curious to see where it goes. I'm good for Karl Urban, but I would prefer Hugh Jackman.
Oh, man, I don't know, man. I'm confused, man. Like, because I do, man. He was probably one of the best. At first, I didn't like him, but as Wolverine,
yeah.
But he grew on me, man. And I don't see anybody else playing Wolverine, but that was Wolverine in that universe. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's a good. I don't know. I'm on the fence, dude. Because if you let him play Wolverine, then why not bring back Iron? Why not bring back Robert Downey Jr. And why not bring back Chris Evans? I mean, if they're gonna hang it up and stop, then he needs to too, man. If they're gonna bring new blood and continue with new blood, then bring someone else in and change it, because they need to separate. I mean, I liked it when Chris Evans was in there. I went crazy too, man. Like, oh my God, what's this? But I starting to feel like maybe they need to separate the universes, man. I don't know, man. I'll have to see it, man, because I loved Logan, and it's hard for me. He's been like 9 films, man, as Wolverine, so it's gonna be whoever plays Wolverine's gonna have really big shoes to fill, man. Yeah. And he's an awesome actor, and I don't know, man. I could say yes and I could say no. There's so many reasons why I want to say yes, and there's so many reasons why I want to say no. I guess I'm for it either way.
That's a really good point that you brought up, because I'm sure a lot of people will be confused seeing him again. Like, wait, didn't he die in Logan? It's like they could say like this is a like they could do the multiverse thing. They could do like this is a different version of Logan, but it's like this we still bring back with the same character. I think they're able to. And I don't know if they're going to do it though.
And not just that, man. Like, he's getting older, man. Like, he can't put that much like strain on his body, bro. Like, to get Wolverine size, he had to do a lot of work, man, and he's up in age. That's hard for someone to do to their body, dude.
I'm sure it is. Especially through all the stuff that Hollywood actors actually have to go through. Like, even like to shoot a shot, like you see like behind the scenes of Thor Ragnarok, like Chris Hemsworth, like
just to get the veins up and stuff.
Yeah, and then like, all right, go.
Chris Hemsworth is like 32. Hugh Jackman's like in his 50s, man. You know, and that's because they have to get the story, then they have to get the production and then shoot it. That's like 2 or 3 years away.
Definitely. You
know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Karl Urban is not much younger, but he is younger.
Yeah. He could probably handle a lot longer than Hugh Jackman can at this point in time.
And then also, man, if Hugh Jackman's going to be in this universe, they're going to want him for like a lot of movies. It's going to be another huge commitment going forward on him, man.
That's true.
That's another thing. Does he want to do that?
Yeah.
Does he want to be in 9 more films?
I don't think he does. And I think I think originally he probably should have just stuck to Logan, and he probably should have just stuck to the fact that this was going to be the ending. I think the fact that they've opened the possibility of him coming back, the biggest reason why I kind of want him to come back is just to team up with Deadpool for one movie. I think the possibility of a future team up with Deadpool and Hugh Jackman interests me enough to where I want to see him come back for just one movie. But I think I do agree with you, the fact that if he does come back, then they're going to want him for more movies, and I don't think that's what he wants, and I don't really think that's what I want either.
They signed like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Thor to like 6-7 movie deals, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a waste.
That's a commitment, dude. That's 10 more years. He'll be in his 60s playing. There'll still be a cool, like, because Wolverine ages, it'd be cool. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think he really wants to win an Oscar, man. I think he wants, because he does a lot of really good shows and movies, dude. He's a really good actor. You know what I'm saying? And
arguably, he should have been nominated for Logan, and so Patrick Stewart for his portrayal of I don't know. That was such a good. I
For
can't.
best,
I can talk
for
about
best
that movie
supporting
every day.
actor.
Yeah, man.
I don't know,
Did you see the same movie?
I saw it, man. I did, but I don't know, man.
Oh man, I think that they definitely were snubbed.
Maybe
that year.
nods. Maybe she got nods, but definitely not winning. I don't know.
Win, that's debatable, but not nominations. Definitely, they should have gotten something. If Sylvester Stallone could still get nominated for Rocky years later, then they should get nominated for that.
But it depends on the script.
It does depend on the script.
Because Creed was a good script, man.
Yes.
So I guess it also depends on the story. Because if they're gonna just bring him back just to bring him back as a cash grab, then he's not gonna do it, man. You know?
Definitely.
So, I'm sorry.
What did you do? What happened? What'd you do? Who died? You left a beer?
I left for a beer.
What?
I didn't leave a beer. I left to get a beer.
Did you bring me one?
You didn't ask for one.
Can you go get me one?
I think it's the last one.
That's the last one?
Let me go check.
You're a monster. There's no beer? There what? What happened?
This is the last beer. You can have it.
Oh, you're an angel.
No, I'm joking. I'm gonna keep it.
There's no beer? What? You didn't bring
I
it?
brought 3, man.
Oh my! You're gonna drink them all?
Yeah, I'll buy you a beer when we go to what you call it.
Okay, I'm good for that.
All right,
Sounds good.
I'll buy you one. That's all you get off me. A cheap one, $275.
That's fine. I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm leaving this in.
All right, let's go.
I'm leaving.
I'm ready now.
All right, Christian Bale possibly to replace. Wait, what did I write? I said Christian Bale possibly to replace Christian Bale. No, what I meant Christian Bale to possibly replace Michael Keaton in the Batman role for the Flash movie because apparently Michael Keaton is saying no now.
No, he's not saying no. It's like he's starting to get like scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be able to make it to do it.
Yeah.
So
it's not okay. Has the movie been underway because it's been in production for a very long time?
It's supposed to come out like next year, man. Like 2022, man. So I don't know. I think it starts like next month.
Mm-hmm. Man, are we getting onto that? Is that movie coming out? Like I've heard so many things. Like the Flash movie has this, but nothing's been happening with that movie. I don't know.
And now Cyborg's out of it.
Yeah, Cyborg's out of it because Ray Fisher. Like,
how do you feel about this, man?
Listen, I don't think Warner Bros. Knows what they're doing right now. Look, I'm very confident in the future of DC movies right now because I loved Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I'm really interested in Suicide Squad, and I think HBO Max has an interest in continuing some of those storylines. But Warner Bros., as of right now, have had a history of bad management issues with DC property and them not really sure where they're going. Because right now they had some really good movies with Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Maybe not the second Wonder Woman, but Shazam was good and like the Snyderverse was good. But their management has been inconsistent at best. And now with the Snyderverse stuff happening, I don't think they know what the direction they're heading on right now because they had the Flash movie there specifically to replace the timeline of the Justice League and do Flashpoint and do something else and create their own universe.
Because I think Affleck's still gonna be in it.
Yep.
So I mean, it was supposed to be like Keaton and Affleck, and now it's gonna be, Christian Bale. I don't know, man. Like I don't know how I feel about this, man. Like I guess I'd really rather see Keaton than see Bale, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my god, and he wouldn't be playing Batman. He'd be playing Bruce Wayne, which to see an old Batman Beyond, because Mike Keaton's pretty old, man. He's not a spring chicken no more. Yeah, he was old in Spider-Man. He's like in his 60s, I think 70s maybe now. Mm-hmm. So to see him as the old Bruce Wayne, that'd be kind of cool, man. But we're not gonna get that anymore. We're not gonna get Christian Bale.
Yeah, look, I think Christian Bale should be contained to his Christopher Nolan universe. I think they should leave that alone because I love that trilogy of movies. Leave that alone. But I always thought it was really interesting to go back to like the Tim Burton Batman movies and have that Batman be maybe like the Batman Beyond Batman, to where he's like an old man and he comes back to mentor the new Batman, or maybe he's going to mentor the Flash, something akin to that.
Or maybe Keaton's version is the younger version of Ben Affleck's version.
Possibly.
Yeah. The way I see it is they were going to bring Christian Bale in. They should have brought him in when they started this damn universe, man. Mm-hmm. And not now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you said, I think DC doesn't. know what they're doing, which talks about our next freaking subject. But yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go forward, man.
Yeah, I know. I said I think the last podcast I said there might be a rise in power with DC surpassing Marvel because I've been really enjoying DC content as of recent, as opposed to Marvel's content. Marvel's content has been kind of lackluster as of recent, with the WandaVision not being as great and Falcon and Winter Soldier also not being as great. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still entertaining, but I don't think it's as good as it could be or should be. And again, the Zack Snyder cut floored me. I really love that movie, and Suicide Squad looks great.
Yeah, that does look good.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the management that Warner Bros. Has been doing is good or consistent.
I think that Suicide Squad is probably going to be the exception to the rule.
Possibly.
Because I think James Gunn, like I said, is getting free reign. He should do what he wants. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's going to connect it to the DCU or is he going to make it part of his own thing. Because he's got, 3 DCU characters that are, Harley Quinn, Flag, and Captain Boomerang. I think are DCU characters, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What they're going to do, dude. And also, then HBO's coming out with the Green Lantern Corps TV show.
Yeah.
Is that going to be part of the DCEU or is that going to be part of? It's HBO Max show, so I don't know what they're going to do with that, man.
I have no idea because Flash and Supergirl and Green Arrow have all been separate. So it's really hard to say. I have no idea. I don't think they do either. I think Warner Bros. Has been pretty inconsistent, which is why I really want HBO to kind of continue that the Snyderverse story, just so they can have a.
We watched that Snyderverse trailer they just released this week.
Yeah.
Before the show, and oh man, it was yeah.
I have such a newfound respect for his movies. Even like Batman v Superman, I have such a big respect for that movie now, especially since Justice League, Zack Snyder's original Justice League came out, and you get to see the combination of those 3 movies. So that's interesting.
We don't know if this is going to be continuing that.
Yeah.
Because you can have Ben Affleck in it, so obviously he's DCU. So I just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I have to see a trailer and see how the story goes and see what Warner Brothers decides to do, which brings us up into our next subject. What do you think? What do you think? Yay or nay or whatever? Or?
I don't think Warner Bros. Has a vision for it, which is funny because Zack Snyder had a vision going forward, and he pitched his ending to his universe to Warner Bros. But it's entirely up in the air if they're going to stick with it. It doesn't look like they're going to stick with it. I think they're going to try and do their own thing, which so far that hasn't really proved great.
Well, even if they don't, they're probably not going to go continue the Snyderverse. He got 3 really good movies, man. His 3 movies, he really swung for the fences, and he really tried to make this world big with the little time he had. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. But yeah, that does kind of go into our next topic. Robert Pattinson, who's going to be playing the new Batman in the Batman movie, which is called The Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah. He does not like the idea of multiple Batmans in this new universe. So apparently, this Batman movie, The Batman, was going to be kind of its own thing, kind of like the Joker movie that came out,
right?
Which is cool. And then now there's a possibility of that being connected to other universes, possibly maybe with the Joker movie that came out, or possibly with The Flash, or. Because the Flash is going to be doing Flashpoint, now the Flash is going to be in Robert Pattinson's universe. So all of that may be intersecting possibly, and now Robert Pattinson doesn't like the idea of Michael Keaton or Christian Bale coming back and there being so many Batmans. And Ben Affleck. So he's not the only Batman.
And not just that, he doesn't like that he's going to now be part of this new Justice League multiverse, version of it.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be his Batman, the new J.J. Abrams, Black Superman, and then Wonder Woman, and all these people going forward.
Yeah, all these new people.
Yeah, he said he didn't sign on for that. He signed on to be his own thing. The only Batman is supposed to be existing at this time. So
yeah.
I don't know. I heard there's. I mean, there's reports coming out that him and Matt Reeves were getting into it on set, dude. Like he should have known that when you sign up for this stuff, I mean, Ben Affleck signed on. He was signed on for this whole thing. It fell through, but he was still signed on to do it.
Yeah.
And even though you're Batman, they might tell you one thing. There's probably fine print that we might tell you this, but if this happens, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, he got paid $5 million for the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's banking $20 million for the next one. I don't think he wants to turn back that $20 million paycheck. You know, he's gonna get. So I don't know, man. It's gonna suck that he's gonna be probably one of the first actors playing Batman that doesn't want to be. He's gonna probably dial it in now. Mm-hmm. If he's unhappy, he'll probably dial it in. But yeah, well, he'll just go through the motions and you'll see it on camera. You'll feel it, dude. You know what I mean? So
I mean, we saw it on camera with Ben Affleck in like the Joss Whedon Justice League cut when they did the reshoots. You can see he was not into it, and he said like clearly he was not into the reshoots, and that may be part of the reason why he quit being Batman. And like that, now that I'm saying that, that kind of seems like a pretty similar thing that's going on. That Ben Affleck, like he doesn't want to be Batman anymore, and he hung up the cowl, and now he doesn't want to be
because
Batman.
the bureaucracy got too thick for him, man.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know what they wanted. At first, he signed on and said, "I want to do this. I want to direct. I want to do this," and they're like, "Oh, fine." And they're like, "Well, I don't know. This is not working for us. Let's try this. Let's do this. Let's take this away from you." I think the mantle of Batman as an actor is starting to become more a pain in the butt than anything, dude.
I'm sure it is.
You know,
maybe because there's such a high expectation for Batman. Like with the Joker movie that just came out, there was such a high expectation for that, and like Batman is like the best, like the most well-known superhero right now.
Right.
And there's such a high expectation that the studio is like, okay, we need to be this. Like we're going to be its own thing. No, wait. We want to tie this into the Flash, and no, we want to be its own thing again. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's really confusing, and I'm kind of having trouble keeping up with everything.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm like, huh? What? But yeah, dude, I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
it's starting to feel like the X-Men movies, where the X-Men had such a weird timeline, where Days of Future they made Days of Future Past specifically to fix the timeline.
Yeah,
and then they screwed it up again later on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, like I mean, I like the trailer. The Batman trailer is dope, man. It looks good, dude. It really, and I accepted the fact that okay, it's his own thing. It doesn't have Affleck. It's gonna be, it's cool. I've accepted it, and now you're gonna change it on me again. Like, well, you know how we told you this is gonna be its own thing. Yeah. We lied. We changed our mind. It's gonna be part of this. Like,
just kidding.
Like, man, like let's just make up your damn freaking mind on what you want to do. Commit, man, and stay the course, man. You know, even if it looks bad, stay the course, dude. You know?
My goodness. We saw the trailer. I like the trailer. You like the trailer. It looks like it's going to be Matt Reeves is a good director. I think Robert Pattinson's
really is.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson's a really good actor. The cast looked great. The movie looked like it was on track to be good. And then Warner Bros. Decided to come in and screw things up. And I think that's probably going to be the downfall of this universe if it continues this route. And just Warner Bros. Screwing everything up.
And then what happens when this stuff doesn't work? Are they going to do it again?
Probably.
And then have people try to reinvest all over again. Yeah, and then Marvel will be in phase 6. You know, I mean, I know, like you said, like Marvel's having issues with the TV shows, but they're gonna work it out, man. It's gonna get worked out.
I do have faith in Kevin Feige, and though, I do have issues with the TV series, and I have issues with like their whole storyline right now, but I'll at least say this, that they're at least remaining consistent going forward, and that this does feel like a natural progression. Even if I don't like certain aspects, it does feel natural.
And it's still part of the narrative. It's still the same narrative.
It fits the narrative.
Yeah, it's still part of the story. They haven't changed anything. They just changed the way they give it to us. That's all, man.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers like, hey, man, that sounds like it. And then you got The Rock fighting to extend the DCU. He said he's got executive power in his own movie, so he's going to have Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck in his movie. So I don't even know how that's going to work.
It's confusing.
I mean, I'm going to go watch Black Adam. If Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck, I'm watching it, dude. I don't care. But I don't know what's going to happen, dude, you know?
Yeah, man, the more we talk about it, maybe I shouldn't have had so many cups of coffee before this because my brain is overloading with information.
It's confusing, right?
It is confusing. If they stayed the course with Zack Snyder, it would have been different. Or if they stayed their course with just like their standalone movies, it would have been different. But now I don't think they know what they're doing.
And I feel sorry for what you call it, the director. I forgot his name. The director of the Flashpoint. The guy. He's directed both. The Andy Muschietti or something like that.
Sure.
He directed it and it Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. He's a good director too, man.
He's a great director.
Like he probably signed on when it was the DCEU and then he took over. because they were dropping directors left and right. No one actually would commit to him. He actually committed and started moving the movie forward.
Yeah.
And then when he gets the production about to go, hey man, you know how we were gonna do the DCU, we changed it on you, so now you gotta do this and this, man.
He's probably on in his like trailer, like sipping his like 10 pint of beer, like, oh, what's going on?
Or he's just looking at his storyboards like, I gotta make this work. I gotta make this work. He's reading the script and he's got his team there and he's looking at the storyboards like, okay, man, well maybe we brought Christian Bale in and brought Michael Keaton or something.
Man, like the executive coming in every day is like, okay, you know how we worked so hard to make this storyboard? We're gonna change it now.
He's probably got one person working his production studio that's just listening to the DC, the announcements like, okay, so what's new today? Well, you know how we were supposed to have this person, that's gonna change now. Now we're getting this person. So like.
Are you confused? Yes, and so are we.
I'm sure they won't give J.J. Abrams any of this crap. They'll let J.J. do whatever he wants, man.
I don't know. J.J. Abrams is used to confusing crap, so I'm sure he's fine with it.
So, what's he going to come in and try to streamline? And then Patty Jenkins has Wonder Woman 3. What's that going to... Because she signed on to do Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah, she is. They're doing it. It's been confirmed.
And James Wan has signed on to do fucking Aquaman 2. So what's... and then you got... what you call Shazam, Wrath of the Gods, or whatever it's called, coming out. What's going to happen with that, man? I mean...
I don't know if I should overload my brain because I didn't even consider all of this before we started this podcast, and now I'm hurting on the inside.
I know, man. Well, we got on a rant here, man. We're talking about.
Oh my God! Think about that, audience.
Oh, excuse me, Bert, but that has to do with what we're talking about. Like I don't know, man.
I'm sure they're thinking the same thing.
And then how does the Suicide Squad fit into this, man? Like, are they going to be DCU canon, or like? This is the DCU, this is the DCU 2, and this is Earth 52. They're going to have, I don't know. Man.
I feel like their executive room is just like a conspiracy board, and one thing links to another. One thing is like we're trying to explain.
I think they have one dude like a bingo thing, and he's like turning this crank with a bunch of balls, and okay, what's the idea? Boop! Batman, Christian Bale. He's going to be in this movie. Another idea. Boop! Oh, yeah, let's do this. Just like... And the writers are like, okay, we'll go with that.
We'll make it happen.
Oh, man.
Make an announcement. Christian Bale is Batman.
They're about as dysfunctional as Star Wars is right now, man.
Crap.
Lucasfilm.
Yeah. Man, my brain's hurting.
My brain's hurting too, man. But it's funny though. But
it's funny, and it's a fun conversation to have, and it's fun to think about, and it's not, and I hate it, and I love it, and
you know, I really feel sorry for, man, the fans and the kids that are gonna try to
make sense of all this.
Because my nephew loves the MCU and he loves the DCU. Now he's like, Uncle, what is that? Son, nephew, I don't know what to tell you. I'm confused.
Please don't make me explain this.
Because I remember when we go to the movies, he's like, Uncle, what is this? Uncle, and I explained to him, like, this is that,
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I don't know. Uncle doesn't know, man.
Yeah.
Uncle doesn't know.
I mean, if they're going to go for the absurd, they might as well continue the Snyderverse on HBO Max and then do their separate storylines in the theaters. Because they clearly don't know what they're doing. They might as well go for it.
I think that the Hamada guy or whatever his name is, the head of DC Story Group, I think that dude gets paid a lot of money to do, to just be confusing, man. If I got paid millions of dollars to make a movie universe, I would do a good job. I wouldn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'd probably have a storyline set from the beginning. It's the same thing with Star Wars. They didn't have a set storyline from the very beginning, and they just kind of made it up as they went along. And they assumed that people would go to the theaters, and people did. But people are also angry with those movies for good reason. They didn't have a storyline from the beginning, and neither does Warner Bros.
Oh, off topic. So, let's change topic right quick.
Changing topics.
Okay, well, talking about the Star Wars. There's a rumor going around that there's a 4-hour cut of The Rise of Skywalker, the J.J. Abrams cut. What do you think about that, man?
Here's the thing. I've heard of this cut. And I don't know how you can justify
people are
the
saying
movie, even if it's a 4-hour cut.
They're saying it's fake news. That they're just...
I'm sure it's fake news.
All of a sudden he has a 4-hour Rise of Skywalker cut,
Look, the thing is, I think there is footage that they shot but didn't use. Because there's a lot of rumors that George Lucas came in, he directed something, and there are multiple endings for this movie.
Oh, wow.
And I honestly believe that. I believe that there are multiple endings for this movie. They were just because they were so jumbled from behind the scenes. They were trying to figure that stuff out. And I think Mark Hamill got into it with the studio, And there is a cut with him and Force ghosts at the end. And there was a rumor for a long time that there was actually going to be a Force ghost battle between Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, and Palpatine. That all the Force ghosts would actually have a prominent role, but they changed it. So
Wow.
I think there's some truth to that. I don't think there's a 4-hour cut because that's ridiculous. But I definitely think there are some deleted scenes or some extra scenes that could be brought to life.
I mean, Hollywood is a copycat, thing, man. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, man, Snyder Cut did okay at HBO Max. Maybe we should do this J.J. Abrams Cup, for exclusively on Disney Plus.
I don't know. I think that the Snyder Cut is like another director came and changed his movie entirely. Wow. That's not the same thing that happened with Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, it's the same vision from the same director.
It's just more of that vision. I don't think that's going to be better.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point, man.
So, yeah, that's it for this episode of the Zilla Boys Podcast, episode 15. Once again, thank you for our 71 freaking subscribers.
Thank you for everybody that watches, man. Everyone, even if you don't subscribe and you watch us, thank you for watching us, man. We appreciate it, man.
Truly we do. And just a reminder, on the 27th of April, we will be doing our Mortal Kombat reaction.
I had to say it again. Can I say it one more time? Mortal Kombat. Oh, they released the music. And it's like a remake from the old song. It
is?
Yeah, dude.
I was about to do like
yeah, but it's slower, but it sounds the same. It still sounds dope though, man. Like,
okay.
I can see these guys like kicking butt to this song, man. So
okay, cool.
But sure, check it out, guys. It's sure to be funny.
Yeah, definitely check it out, and also subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. All the other podcasts.
Google Play or Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts.
Okay.
Google We're on other podcast sites, pretty much wherever you can find podcasts. We're probably there, so check us out there. And yeah, thank you guys again, Ernesto.
Thank you guys again, everybody. Roll those credits, Jacob. Roll them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.